Stop! Don't throw that away! What if I told you that the secret to the most explosive growth in your garden isn't found in a fancy fertilizer bottle at the garden center? It's actually sitting right there on your cutting board. Every day, we throw away pounds of potential, nutrients that our soil is literally starving for. We call it waste, but nature calls it fuel. Welcome back to Fresh Farm Tales. Today, we're going to unleash the magic of kitchen scraps. I'm going to show you how to transform those banana peels, eggshells, and coffee grounds into a powerhouse energy source for your plants. We aren't just talking about basic composting. We're talking about direct feeding methods, making teas, and specific recipes for specific crops. By the end of this video, you will look at your kitchen trash can completely differently. You'll see it as a treasure chest of vitamins for your garden. So, grab your scraps, let's get our hands dirty, and let's turn that garbage into garden gold. Let's start with two of the most common kitchen leftovers, eggshells and banana peels. These aren't just trash, they are pure mineral supplements. Think of eggshells as calcium pills for your plants. Tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants are notorious for suffering from blossom end rot, which is often caused by a calcium deficiency. But here's the trick. Throwing whole eggshells into the dirt takes years to break down. To unleash the magic, you need to process them. Wash your shells, let them dry completely, and then crush them into a fine powder using a coffee grinder or mortar and pestle. This powder is immediately accessible to the soil bacteria. Sprinkle a tablespoon into your planting hole before you put your tomato seedlings in, and you're giving them a calcium shield right from the start. Now, let's talk about banana peels. They are loaded with potassium, which is essential for fruit development and flower blooming. If your plants are leafy but refusing to flower, they might need a potassium kick. You can chop the peels into tiny 1-inch squares and bury them about 2 inches deep around the base of your rose bushes or pepper plants. As they decompose, they release that potassium directly to the root zone. Alternatively, you can make banana water. Soak 3 peels in a jar of water for a few days, strain it, and water your plants with this potassium-rich tea. It's a gentle, organic boost that won't burn your plants like chemical fertilizers can. Chapter 2. The Nitrogen Boosters, Coffee Grounds, and Leafy Greens. Next up, we have the green energy of the garden, nitrogen. Nitrogen is what makes leaves green and helps plants grow fast and lush. The king of kitchen nitrogen is undoubtedly used coffee grounds. There is a myth that coffee grounds will make your soil too acidic. While fresh grounds are acidic, used grounds, the ones you've already brewed, are nearly pH neutral. They are safe for almost everything. Earthworms absolutely love them. By mixing coffee grounds into your soil, you aren't just feeding the plants, you are attracting worms, which then aerate your soil and leave behind castings, the best fertilizer on Earth. However, moderation is key. You don't want to create a thick crust of coffee on top of the soil because it can repel water. Instead, lightly scratch them into the top inch of soil or mix them into your compost pile to heat it up fast. Don't forget your leafy green scraps, spinach that went slimy or lettuce hearts you didn't eat. These are high-water, high-nitrogen sources. The best way to use these is the trench composting method. Dig a trench about 10 inches deep between your rows of crops. Dump your leafy greens in there and cover them back up with soil. This creates a slow-release feeding zone. The roots of your nearby plants will naturally seek out this nutrient pocket. It keeps the smell underground and prevents pests from finding the food, all while giving your garden a steady supply of nitrogen as the greens break down. Chapter 3. The Vermicomposting Shortcut. Worm Towers. If you don't want to dig trenches or dry out eggshells, there's a set-it-and-forget-it method that is absolutely magical. The in-garden worm tower. This is one of my favorite techniques here at Fresh Farm Tales because it brings the compost facility directly to the plant's roots. You can make a worm tower easily. Take a PVC pipe or a bucket with the bottom cut out. Drill holes all along the sides of the bottom half. Dig a hole in your garden bed and bury the container so that the holes are underground but the top sticks out. Now, instead of walking your kitchen scraps to a compost pile far away, you just drop them right into this tower. Add a handful of shredded paper or cardboard, browns, with your veggie scraps, greens. Here is the magic. The worms living in your garden soil will smell the feast. They enter through the underground holes, eat the scraps, and then exit back into your garden bed, leaving their nutrient-dense castings right at the root zone of your plants. It creates a constant cycle of fertilization and aeration without you lifting a shovel. You are essentially farming worms right next to your vegetables. This works incredibly well in raised beds where soil life might need a little encouragement. Just remember to put a cap or a rock on top of the tower to keep flies out and critters away. It's an invisible engine of growth powering your garden from below. Chapter 4. What not to use. Avoiding garden disasters. We've talked about what to use, but to truly master kitchen scrap gardening, you need to know what to avoid. Unleashing the magic can quickly turn into unleashing a nightmare if you put the wrong things in your soil. Rule number 1. No meat, dairy, or bones, unless burned or processed heavily, which is advanced. Meat and dairy rot with a putrid smell that attracts rats, raccoons, and neighborhood cats who will dig up your freshly planted garden to find the snack. They also introduce harmful bacteria like Salmonella or E. coli into your vegetable garden, which is a health risk since you eat what you grow. Rule number 2. Avoid oils and grease. Salad dressing leftovers or buttery corn cobs should go in the trash, not the garden. Grease coats the food particles and creates a waterproof barrier that fungi and bacteria can't penetrate. This slows down decomposition to a halt and creates an anaerobic or oxygen-free environment that smells terrible. Rule number 3. Be careful with citrus and onions if you are relying on worms. While these technically decompose, worms hate them. The D-limonene in citrus peels is toxic to some worms in high quantities, and the acidity can throw off the balance of a small worm tower. If you have a massive outdoor compost pile, it's fine, but for direct garden feeding or worm towers, keep the spicy and sour stuff to a minimum. Stick to the safe scraps we discussed, and your garden will remain a pest-free paradise.
Gardening is not just about what you take out of the soil. It's about what you give back to it. By using this simple kitchen scrap, you are closing the loop. You are turning yesterday lunch into tomorrow harvest, save money and reducing waste all at the home same time. Give just one of these methods try this week, maybe the banana water or the crushed eggshells, and let me know in comment how your plant react. Don't forget like video if you learned something new. Subscribe to Fresh from Tell us the more home growing wisdom. Happy gardening. So don't forget this like and subscribe my channel. Hit the bell icon for more videos update. Take care. Bye.